Polkadot is a layer 0 interoperable set of blockchains. Can you go into details as to how this is different from a smart contract platform and exactly what the design decisions are that you think situate Polkadot well for this multi-chain future that we've been talking about in these morning sessions?
Sure. Yeah. I think it's you got to think about, like, what does it mean to be a smart contract platform, right? Mm-hmm. And in my mind, when we architected Ethereum and later when we were designing Polkadot, the really standout thing with Ethereum was that transactions would lead to code execution. Now, this is the same with Bitcoin, right? You send a Bitcoin transaction, it leads to some code execution on the Bitcoin blockchain. Mm-hmm. It basically works out whether some particular transaction output is spendable, but regardless. In Polkadot, it's different. It's fundamentally different. The code execution is guaranteed. It happens once per block. Like when you have a parachain on Polkadot, that parachain executes every block, guaranteed, 2 seconds out of every 6. Mm-hmm. That code, that application code, can then decide what it wants to do. Now, what it might want to do is execute some transactions, like look at some input data, do something based upon that input data, verify some signatures, whatever. It can also ignore transactions. It can say, right, I'm not interested in input data this block. I'm just going to execute some other stuff that I want to execute. That execution model is like fundamentally different to this transactive execution model, where your transactions and only your user transactions lead to code execution. That means that things like hard guarantees for scheduling of code execution just can't happen, right? Because you're reliant upon a transaction getting through for any kind of code execution at all. Mm-hmm. So this means that certain applications, say, certain parts of DeFi that need things like timed liquidations, or conditional liquidations, they're very difficult to, if not like impossible, to actually guarantee happening. And that's something that the execution model of Polkadot just allows, like, fundamentally.